It's 1:31 on September 16th, 2025. We're going to commence the proceedings before the Special Magistrate for Code Enforcement for the City of Palatka. By way of introduction, my name is Ron Brown. I'm an attorney licensed in the state of Florida, and pursuant to city code and state statute, I've been appointed by the City Commission of the City of Palatka to preside over today's proceedings. This is not a formal court of law. We're not bound by the formal rules of evidence or the formal rules of civil procedure. We are, however, by law, bound by the notions of due process and fairness and the requirement that all the evidence and testimony that we receive today be what is called substantial and competent. That is evidence that will allow a reasonable person to reach a reasonable conclusion on the matter at hand. It does not mean that everyone has to agree on what that conclusion is. It just has to be that it allows people to make a reasoned assessment and decision regarding the matter at hand. The other aspect of substantial and competent is that the evidence by testimony must be sworn. And it's our tradition here that we will swear in all the code enforcement officers who will be testifying today and have them take an oath. And as we call your case, we'll ask each of the respondents that they would stand and also take a testifier. So we have Ms. Lowe, Mr. Bartelli, Ms. Dreyer, all of you testifying. You'd stand up for me, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you should give today should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And let the record show all three have answered the oath in the affirmative. We're going to take the cases in the order in which they appear on the agenda, with the exception, it is our custom that we take the cases of those who are present first. And we do have a respondent present, and we'll take that case first. This is case 2025-026, property located at 507 Dunham Street in Palatka. And I have the owners of record as being Kyle Grimes and Brenda Grimes. Now you, Mr. Grimes, right?
Yes, sir.
Come on up for me. And you're the owner of this property.
I am.
Could you raise your right hand for me? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you should give today should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right. This is a case of this second impression.
Yes, sir.
All right. We've already had an order finding a violation. The original violation was of section 94-33 of the city code regarding a building permit. What was the nature of the building permit issue? Not having one?
Correct, sir.
What did he need a permit for?
He put a shed on a piece of property without a permit.
All right. Is that still outstanding?
Yes, sir.
All right. You're here. Were you here at the first hearing?
I was.
You were? Okay. Just out of curiosity at this point, what happened between then and now that we're still here?
Sir, I decided that it would be in my best interest to relinquish the shed. I own the property, but I was making payments on the shed and it wasn't going to be feasible. I didn't understand the legalities of everything until after the fact, and I understand that's on me. So on July the 16th, I had already the day before, which would be the 15th, I had already closed out that account, talked to the people over at InstaShed who financed me, and technically they own this building now. And I was told that they were going to be picking it up within 3 to 6 days. I relayed that information to Mr. Bartelli the following day as I was leaving town, and I wouldn't be back most likely until the winter to Florida. I was leaving the state. So 2 months later, I find out the shed's not been removed and it's on me. I feel like I lied to Mr. Bartelli because I was misinformed, and because of which I found out this would have been last Tuesday that the shed had not been picked up as agreed. I'm not making any more payments on it. I don't own this. I relinquished the whole situation. I've been calling them every single day and have gotten multiple different excuses as to why it wasn't done, but it's not helping me. I do have an email from Miss Julie Dominguez, and she's in charge over to this company. Here's one right here, and then one for you as well.
Thank you. And what I'm looking at is an email. This is from Julie Dominguez. What is her employment or
She's the,
position?
she's the head of, accounts and contracts with InstaShed and I believe their subsidy.
Okay. So you admit the shed's still on the property.
And I'm doing everything I can to get it off without incurring any type of legal penalties, which I'm more than willing to explore all avenues to get this shed off the property. And
Mr. Barcelli, what was the time frame the first order gave for compliance?
30 days, Your Honor.
Okay. And it was $250 a day as a fine?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Okay. This adds up to a lot of money in a hurry.
I know.
The city was very eager to try to get you to move this thing. What we're in today, I think the facts are established. You've admitted it. The city has said the shed is still there. That was the source of the violation. It's fairly straightforward.
Yes, sir.
Continued violation of the section of the code. The big thing are these fines that have accrued. The city's here applying for an order to record a lien on the property. And when that goes on, you get that thing removed or to get that fine reduced, you're gonna have to come back to the county commission, let them deal with it.
Right.
Now, I can't speak for them with regard to what they're going to do. Others may be able to advise you what their tendencies may be with this regard. The big thing the city wants, I know, from my past experience, is they want compliance. Here's the thing you got to deal with, though. It's not the city's responsibility to sort your problems out with the
Yes, sir.
provider of the shed. And this has been going on now since, what's this?
July 18th.
When was the first hearing?
First hearing was on 6/3.
June of this year?
Yes, sir.
All right. It adds up in a hurry at that rate. So when do you really think you can get this thing off the property?
On my own dime, the beginning of the month, that would be October. So by like the 3rd of October is my very latest that I could have it removed. And
Well, the big thing you need to do, I mean, the city's entitled under the law to their order allowing them to record the lien in the amount that's accrued. Like I said, once that goes on, it belongs to the city commission. They're the ones who can make adjustments to it and release it. You'll have to come back to them in that regard.
Right.
I don't hear the city advocating another time frame for this. They want to see this thing removed. I understand that people usually, these cases start by somebody complaining,
right.
and that's not going away.
No.
And so the issue is not going away because it's a pretty visible situation over there. So you can, if you want to take that time to do that, that's fine. But I have to tell you, the city's still entitled to their lien.
Am I able to donate the shed
That's up to
towards,
you.
could I donate the shed to the city and then?
And again,
maybe
something
we-
I can't decide.
Okay,
The only thing I got a very limited job here, and that's
yes,
to determine whether there's a violation. And
Correct.
if there's a violation, whether it's appropriate to allow the city to place a lien on the property, which they're entitled to do under state law. And the only reason they're bringing it back is to make sure the violation's gone unsolved,
do,
and it has.
do you, understand ignorance is no excuse, and for that I am liable. I just asked for a little bit of,
That's up to
I
you.
beg for some
Well, that's up to you and the
leniency.
city. Here's the
Yes.
thing. This has been going on for, what's this, 6 months? And we haven't gotten it moved yet. So your problem is, how do you convince the city that in the next month, you're not gonna be able to accomplish what you haven't done the previous 6 months?
I'm gonna take the personal initiative,
I
to.
appreciate
to have it-
that.
To have it removed, and if it causes me, some extra financial problems, I mean, it's already incurring, so. I'm more than willing to do whatever it takes, unfortunately, I believe they were gonna do what they said they were gonna do when they told me they were gonna do it. And, for that reason, they kind of messed me over.
Well, again, I wish I could help you with that situation, but I don't have any authority to do that. My only job, the only thing I'm allowed to do by law is to determine whether there's a violation And in this particular instance, determine whether the city's met the requirements to justify issuing an order for their lien. If they want to wait before they actually record that lien, that's up to them. But I don't have any control over that. So right now, unless there's something else,
Is there any, I know it's not your position to give advice, but is there any advice that I could get from anybody here to?
well, I
kinda
can't
help me with
represent
this?
you. I'm not your lawyer.
Okay,
I wish I could do
I
that.
understand.
You need to stay in touch with Mr. Bartelli, however, about this situation. You showed some good faith effort to get this thing off the property.
Yes, sir.
That would go a long, long way toward making your case.
Yep.
But right now, the facts of the case are, this has been there, it's been there since June, March, excuse me. Was it March? March. These fines have accrued. The city's has asked for a lien. The city's entitled to a lien under the statute. Once it goes on, like I said, I'd be talking to Mr. Bartelli as much as possible, getting this off as soon as possible and see what they want to do. But once it goes on, you have to come back to county commission and see about getting it reduced once the property is in compliance. And if it's non-compliant, the fines are still going to rack up on you.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. You'll get an order in the mail.
Okay.
All right. You know how to get in touch with each other?
I do. know.
Okay. Thank you
Like
for
to-
coming today.
Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. And I apologize for these circumstances.
And appreciate, understand where we're coming from. Thank you very much.
Thank
Okay,
you, Ms. Lowe. Everybody.
we'll go to the new cases in the order of their appearance on the agenda. It looks like we're going to take case 2024-107, property located at 504 North 18th Street in Palatka. Let me get oriented. Okay. And it looks like the owner of record are the heirs of Dolores Purdy. Let me inquire, is anyone here who is an heir of Dolores Purdy or representing an heir of Dolores Purdy? All right, seeing and hearing no one. Whose case is this one?
It's mine, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Bartelli.
This is a transfer case from Mr. David Green.
Is this the case of first hearing, new case?
Yes, sir, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Now, go ahead. Well, let me add, before I begin, let me do my due process. Since we don't have anybody here. The city sent the official notice of hearing in violation to the official address of record on the property appraiser and tax collector's rolls. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And that was that address is, hang on. Is that the address of the property?
Yes, sir.
504 North 18th Street,
Yes,
Palatka,
sir.
Florida, 32177. And did you get a green card back or the envelope back from the postal service?
Have the letter was returned unable to forward.
Okay. Sometimes the postal service puts a notation on there, but you did get a signed green card back and you did get the letter back.
Actually, I did not get from the property owner. Upon going back and doing my inspections, I noticed that there was a notice put on the door of this building, which was a bank. I contacted the bank out of good faith to see if they had somebody that I can get a hold of and try to get this process rolling. They informed me at the time they were foreclosing on the property, that the property was theirs, and were asking me,
Well, they haven't foreclosed yet.
correct, they have not.
So the owner of record is still the heirs of,
Yes, because speaking with them as of last week, because they were in the process, the bank was in the process of, they cut the grass, they put tarps over the roof. They were complying, and unfortunately, last week, they contacted me and a heir has come forward. And is going to assume to try to make the payments on the house and take everything, and the guardian asset group was told to stand down until January 26th is what the court gave the heir. I don't know who the heir was, don't know how to get a hold of them, don't know any information on who that person was.
well, it's up to you whether you want to continue to notice the bank.
Well, the bank
You
said-
know about them now.
Yeah.
But they aren't the owner. They don't have
Correct,
title.
correct.
They don't have a lien on the property. Well, I guess they have a mortgage on the property.
They were foreclosing, they were in the
Well,
process of it.
It's up to you. You talk with Ms. West, whether you want to, how you want to notify them if you consider that appropriate, but they're in it and they've responded to it. However, that doesn't change the fact there's a continuing violation on the
Correct.
property. If the evidence proves that. So what you're claiming is two violations, one of section 30-32B of the city code, prohibited conditions and public nuisances, and abandoned vehicle on the property,
Yes, sir.
and 30-32A, prohibited conditions, public nuisances, the roof and disrepair.
Yes, sir.
And you have the pertinent sections of both ordinances in the record.
Yes, sir.
All right. So you have some photographs for me?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
And did you take the photographs? Is that thermostat really turned down or is,
Yes, sir, Your Honor. All the photos were taken by myself.
it's okay. It's just, maybe it's just me. Yeah, fans will be fine. That's cool. Literally. All right.
Your first photo here, sir, Your Honor, is,
And you did take the photographs
I did,
yourself?
yes, sir,
And
Your
do the
Honor.
photographs accurately represent the condition of the property on date in which you took them?
yes, sir.
All right, please proceed.
This photo was taken on September 2nd or September 3rd, 2025. Roof and disrepair, as you see, there is a tarp over top of the roof. To try to salvage it, so no leaks. The violation is section 3032-10, roof and disrepair, failure to repair, replace similar or improved materials, responsible period, time not to exceed 60 days, broken or missing building components, including but not limited to doors, roofs, and roofing material.
So,
Second photo is,
hang on, the roof and disrepair, what's the cure? So what's the remedies the city looking at?
repair, replace roof.
Okay, can it be repaired, do you know?
I don't know the answer to that.
Does it need a permit for this?
Yes, sir.
So is compliance going to be applying for the permit or getting the permit or getting the repair done?
Well, getting a permit is required first. Once they get the permit, then the roof will be
Well, I
replaced.
just wanted to ask, when would the fine clock stop?
It has not started yet.
Okay, but if it did, what would it take to bring it into compliance
The permit would stop the fines if it was issued.
if it was issued?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how long does that take normally?
It depends on how long the county issues the permit for whoever is gonna replace the roof.
I was asking relevance to the amount of time,
Yeah.
compliance time you gave them.
They've had since July, well,
Only thing I'm asking is, once they started the process, if they started the process tomorrow, could they get a permit within the compliance time?
30 days. I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah, he was asking for 30 days to get the permit and then 30 days to have the vehicle removed, the one that's abandoned.
Right.
Okay.
And then 30 days, if they do have the permit, sir, then everything will go on hold until that
We
permit
see what I'm
expires.
asking. Apply.
Yes, sir, I do.
Sometimes applying for a permit satisfactory, sometimes getting the permit is satisfactory, but those are different things. Right.
That's what they need to do. They have 30 days to get the permit for the roofing, and then they have 30 days to have the.
All right, so it's obtaining the permit. All right, so I'll leave it up to the permitting people to decide whether you need to repair or replace, but the object is to get a permit approved within the 30-day
Yes, sir.
compliance period. All right, next.
Next one is the abandoned vehicle in the backyard.
And what makes it abandoned?
It has an expired registered or expired tag, which you'll see on the next.
Okay,
Well, it's hard to see, but it's 10 of 22,
how many times have you visited this property?
several times.
Has the vehicle always been right there?
Yes, sir.
Next to the barn? The left of the barn?
Left of the house, yes, sir.
House? Okay, very good.
Actually,
That's good.
I've went there several times and there was another vehicle that mysteriously appeared in the front yard that was abandoned with no tag. I went back a couple weeks later, it disappeared. So
But
this is the only one that's on the
this is the
property.
one that's your violation.
Yeah, this is the one that's been violated.
All right. Anything else?
No, sir, Your Honor, that's all.
So how much time do you want to give them? 30 days?
Yes, sir.
The fine is, you recommended $50, that's $25 per violation per
Yes, sir.
day.
Yes, sir.
What day of the week is October 18th?
October 18th is a Saturday.
Oops.
It's 21st.
Well, you'll give them 18, give them the 21st.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, based on, and I'll give a last call for anyone who is an heir of Dolores Purdy or representing the heirs of Dolores Purdy. Seeing and hearing no one, we're going to find it appropriate based on substantial and competent evidence to find a violation of section 30-32B of City Code prohibited conditions of public nuisances due to the presence of one abandoned vehicle being abandoned as a result of not having a valid registration sticker on the tag, and a violation of section 30-32A, prohibited conditions and public nuisances, a roof in disrepair. Roof needs to be repaired or replaced. We'll enter an order finding the violations and requiring the property owner to bring the property into compliance no later than the end of business on October 21st, 2025. In the event of noncompliance, a fine of $25 per day per violation shall commence on October 19th, 2025. We also find that the requirements of due process have been satisfied by the posting of the property in compliance with section 162 Florida statutes, and sending a notice of the hearing and the violation by certified mail to the official address of record. We do note that a bank has responded, have a mortgage on the property, and apparently an heir has appeared. If you can find out who that is, it might be good to.
I will try to reach out to the person of contact from the bank assessment group and see if they have a name, number, and address. I can get a hold of somebody to forward, to talk with and speak with.
I mean, does the bank understand is what needs to be done to solve this?
Actually, the bank was 100% on board. They were actually in the process of getting a contractor to come and do bids on the roof and pull the permits to have it done. They actually, I had another third violation, which was overgrown grass, and they actually cut the grass for us. So, I mean, they were 100% in compliance with following and asking, doing whatever was asked. So, I mean, they were complying 100%.
All right, thank you. It occurs to me, we turn those fans on, we might create any more dust than we got anything else. It's probably dust from 1918, knowing a bit when the fans were put in, but, all right. Yeah, why don't we turn them back off unless you're still, all right. There's always a middle ground somewhere. We just haven't found it yet. All right, next case number 2025-53, property located at 1001 Madison Lane, Palatka. Let me get that case.
That would be my case.
Hang on. Here it is. Musical files. Owners of record appear to be, again, heirs of Virginia Ham and Anna Ham. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, that is correct.
And, okay. Is Virginia Ham present, or anyone representing the heirs of Anna Ham? All right, seeing and hearing no one. Ms. Gilbert? Ms. Dryer, excuse me.
Case 2025-053, located at 10. Overgrown grass, 3032. And public nuisance for an abandoned vehicle.
Okay. Mowing the grass and removing an abandoned vehicle.
Yes, sir. Motorhome.
Let me do my due process, if you would. You did send a certified letter to the official address of record,
Yes, sir, I did.
and that official address being maintained by the property appraiser and tax collector.
Yes, sir.
And did you get a response to that?
I did, yes, sir.
What was the response?
Did sign the green card, the
Okay.
green
And she
certified
was
card.
whom? Anna or
No,
Virginia?
sir, it was Jace Ham. It was not Virginia.
Okay. Hang on a minute.
My apologies. I have the signed one stapled to my file.
Okay,
My apologies.
so you have a signed green card.
I do have a signed.
You know, signed by Jason Ham.
Jace, Jayance. I was trying
Okay,
to make out the
J-
handwriting.
And you have contact with that person?
Other than that signed green card, no, sir.
All right. And the official address was
A PO
Eric
box.
Palatka, post office box,
Yes, sir.
992. All right.
Correct.
But you've had no other contact with anyone who is an heir or with Virginia Ham?
No, sir.
Okay. Did you post the property?
I did post the
And
property.
you have your affidavit of service included in the record?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay. All right. Two violations, one of overgrown grass, 30-32A, and abandoned vehicle, 30-32B.
Yes, sir.
All right, please proceed. Did you take the photographs you're about to show us?
Yes, sir, I
Do
did.
the photographs accurately represent the condition of the property and date in which you took them?
Yes, sir, I
All
do.
right.
This is the front of obviously the motorhome, and the motorhome in this picture, or even the other one, it does not have a motor in it, so that therefore it does show that it is abandoned.
So did they conveniently leave the motor access open so you could see that?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah, it's clearly not there.
very, very thoughtful of them. All right. So it doesn't have a motor. You couldn't see whether it has a registration or not.
You, my back picture, I didn't put it on there because it does have a tag, but a leaf just happens to be in the way of that tag and I couldn't see it,
But definitely doesn't have a motor.
but does not have a motor.
Okay, how many times have you visited the property?
Multiple times.
Has that vehicle ever moved from that position as shown in photograph?
One
Which one
A.
is this, 1A?
Yes, sir. No, sir, it has not moved. It has been in that position since I took that first picture.
And so the vehicle not able to obviously to motor itself on or off the property or,
No, sir, it will have
All
to
right.
be put off.
the overgrown grass, what's the violation there? You know what I'm going to ask is, why is it overgrown?
Because it's more than 18 inches.
And how do you know that?
At that particular moment, I did not have, because this was back when I was first learning, I did not have the yardstick. However, you will see that in my follow-up pictures that it is excessively overgrown.
Okay, please proceed. So 2A is just showing the vegetation and the motorhome on the property.
Yes, so
All
2A is the motorhome.
Okay.
And this is my updated pictures. As you can see, there's the yardstick and there's my 18 inches where the yellow line is at. And my posting is off to the side. And the motorhome is still in the same exact position that it was since the beginning.
Very good. Next.
And again, and just a side silly note, if I may add. We can also tell that it's overgrown because Mr. Bartelli has found an anaconda in there and a bear. Just had to add that in there. That's why he's with me on that picture.
You know, in 37 years of doing this, I think it's the first time I've heard that particular evidentiary fact presented in a hearing. That there's an anaconda loose on a residential lot in North Palatka.
Well,
That's
you know,
okay.
that's why he's there. I just had to add a silly note in there.
And this is a photograph of posting the property.
Yes, so that's the photograph posting.
Okay, anything else?
No, sir.
Okay, so the remedy is to remove the vehicle from the property, or
Remove
make
the-
it operable. Good luck. Or,
Yeah.
and then the motor grass to at least a height of no higher than 18 inches.
No higher than 18 inches.
And talk about vegetation. Okay. Last call for Virginia Ham or anyone who's an heir of Anna Ham or anyone representing any of them, excuse me. Being and hearing no one and finding the due process have been satisfied by the submission of certified letter to the official address of record and the owner of record, having a response, green card signed by someone who appears to be a member of the Ham family, and by the posting of the property in accordance with chapter 162 Florida statute, and finding that substantial and competent evidence exists to find a violation of section 30-32A of the city code of City of Palatka regarding overgrown grass having exceeded a height of 18 inches, and finding a violation of section 30-32B, prohibited conditions and public nuisances due to an abandoned vehicle, specifically an RV without a motor. Will find the violations and require that the property owner bring the property into compliance by the end of business on October 16th, 2025. In the event of non-compliance, a fine of $25 per day per violation shall commence on October 17th, 2025. There you go.
Yes,
Right, thank you. Okay. Next case is 2023-080. Ms. Dryer, you get rid of yours early today. An anaconda.
Why didn't you get a picture of that?
Well, are you gonna photograph an anaconda? Does the city's insurance cover people going out and photographing? anacondas?
Yeah, we're not allowed on the property.
It's amazing how many people just release their pets into the wild. My wife is a delightful young lady, slightly younger than I, but you know, she's all of 5'4" and weighs 110, and her favorite pet was snakes. And she'd even feed him the little white, mice and everything, but she's- and I'm like, okay, Dr. Freud would have a field day. So I just found it entertaining that you have an anaconda in Palatka. I don't know what's going to happen next, but
No, no, that's Mr. Bartelli.
Okay. all right. We're looking at case 2023-80. Owner of record is Herbert S. Delaney and Tracy Ledford. Property located at 400 North 4th Street in Palatka. And this is the second hearing case, is that correct?
That is correct.
Alone, are either Herbert S. Delaney or Tracy Ledford or anyone representing them present today. Seeing and hearing no one, just doing some due process. We did notify the respondents of the hearing and the reason for the hearing with certified letter, is that correct? Did you attempt certified letter?
I did attempt certified.
And did you
letter.
get a response?
Not by certified letter, no, sir.
Okay. Did you get another response?
We have been in correspondence through email.
Okay.
Most recently, no. He has stopped emailing.
So this second, had you been in touch with him before the first hearing on this matter?
No, so this is a transfer case from David Green.
All right. Well, did someone contact the city subject before the first hearing? Do you know? Does the record have that information?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
He was here the first year.
He was here the first hearing?
Yes.
Okay. So he actually came up to the first hearing,
Okay.
but you have no contact with him since the order finding violation? The city has.
I have since I've got the case. But you said he was the first case?
Yeah, the first year.
But after the first hearing and the order was entered, you haven't heard from him?
I have.
Okay, what was that correspondence about?
Email. Him and I had emailed back and forth on the work that he needed to do on his painting. And he kept me in the loop that he was gonna come down and do his painting. He was gonna come over the summer. He was gonna come a couple of weeks ago. And then he's just stopped all communication, and he's not been back to do his painting at all.
Okay, the official address of record is at the 13432 Providence Road, Weddington, North Carolina, 28104.
That is one of them that I have, and he also sent me another one. I was given that one, and I was given a Waxhaw, North Carolina, and I had sent a certified letter to both of those
Okay.
addresses.
Did you get a response for either letter?
No, sir.
All right. And then you post the property in accordance with state statute?
Yes, sir.
And you have your affidavit of service included in the record?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you've had contact with them, you got two addresses, sent certified letter to both addresses and posted the property when you didn't get a response to certified letters.
Correct. Yes,
All
sir.
right. But you have had an email correspondence. He was supposed to be fixing the problem.
Yes, sir.
But as of today, what is the status?
No response.
All right, can you show me that, please? The photographs you're about to show me, did you take them personally?
Mr. Green took the first two, and I took the second two, updated the second two.
All right. Mr. Green took the first two before the first hearing?
Before the first hearing,
All
yes,
right,
sir.
let's look at the ones you took. And do these photographs you took accurately represent the condition of the property on the date in which you took them?
Yes, sir.
All right, this is number one. 1B. And the deteriorating paint is what issue?
Up on the, up at the peak, all in that peak and around the gable, it's all deteriorating paint.
All right,
And this is the one that was taken by Mr. Green.
that was taken by Mr. Green?
Yes,
All right.
sir.
When you visited the property, is what you saw at the property any different from this photograph Mr. Green is?
No, sir, it's still the same.
And what was the specific nature of the violation that violated the code? What was wrong with the paint?
It was deteriorating paint.
So what needed to be done to fix it?
He needed to pressure wash for one, because it's tripping. And then and paint it.
So does he need to paint it with all three? I see three colors there,
Yes, sir.
and
then,
I see the attic vent.
mhm.
So all that needs to be painted?
All of that needed to be painted. The peaks needed to be painted white.
So your code provision, and I know you weren't here for that, but how much paint needs to be deteriorated before it triggers the code?
10%.
And you think that's more than 10%?
It will be on the other side.
Okay. So is that 10% is seen from the public street, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so this second photo, can you see that from the public street also, which would be what, North Fourth Street?
That one is Madison.
Okay, oh, it's on a corner?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is a Madison elevation.
Yes, sir.
This is 3B.
And that one is also taken by Mr. Green.
And point being, we found in the previous hearing that more than 10% of it needed to be
Right.
done.
Yes, sir.
And has anything been done to the property in your observation since the date of the first hearing?
No, sir. And then mine is the same.
These are photographs you took?
This is the photographs I took. And unfortunately, I didn't zoom in, but I'm just pointing to the same areas that also needed to be painted that Mr. Green had on his.
Okay.
And that is the
This is
same,
also Madison Street?
that is also Madison Street.
So basically, the North Fourth Street and Madison Street properties, the sides need to be repainted.
Is that right?
And been no effort to do that you can see.
No effort, yes, sir.
All right. Anything else?
No, sir.
Last call for Herbert S. Delaney, Tracy Ledford, or anyone representing either of them. Seeing and hearing no one, and finding that due process has been satisfied by the sending of certified letters in accordance with the provisions of state statute, and by posting of the property also in accordance with state statute with an affidavit of service included in the record. Based on substantial and confident evidence, we find that there's been no improvement in the problems with the property in violation of section 30-169, building fronts and sides abutting streets or public streets, and that the elevations facing North Fourth Street and Madison Street still have paint deterioration in excess of 10% of the surface as seen from a public street. Based on that, the total fines are $12,475, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And they're still accruing at the rate of $25 per day?
Mr. Green had stopped them for
He-
whatever reason until the second hearing.
Okay. Was it 25 a day?
That's what he had it at, yes.
Okay. Okay. All right, we'll enter, if we find it appropriate, to enter an order, finding it's appropriate for the city to place an official lien on the property and record same in accordance with provisions of Florida statute. Total fines as of today's date total $12,475. So they're not accruing?
No, sir.
All right, so no further fines will accrue at this point.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
so the amount of the lien will top out at 12,470.
Can I get some clarification on?
Yeah, I don't-
why it's not in compliance, right?
Can I say, okay, when they came for the first hearing, they did show up, they did say what they were gonna do, because they had several houses on the agenda that day. If you're looking right here at the picture, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, of the dark wood, and then the 4 pieces of the white wood. Supposedly, Mr. Delaney fell and broke his arm while he was repairing the rotten and weakened wood. That was the only spot that Mr. Green had deemed rotten and weakened. Supposedly, he fell and broke his arm. We were not a witness to that. So Mr. Green was giving them time for that to heal, and they were supposed to come back with a deteriorating paint and pressure wash and paint, a fresh even coat of paint. But it's been almost a year and they've still not come, and then they quit communicating.
Well, the only question was, what's the amount of the lien?
So
This point,
Mr.
and
Green,
is it now
Mr. Green gave them
continuing
a
to accrue?
courtesy to stop while his arm was healing, and then it was supposed to pick back up. They were giving them 60 days. So I'm not sure. I know it was 60 days that I remember Mr. Green gave them that he would stop the fines. So the $25 a day should be reoccurring.
So the date of compliance would have been what?
So Mr. Green had this set back up to come back in January 2025 as the
Yeah, but
second
when
hearing.
was- The first order I signed. had a
Correct.
Compliance date.
That
That's when the
was
fine started.
correct. That was
So
back
City needs to
in,
know when they started, when Mr. Green stopped them, when they restarted, and what it is today. That's all I'm asking.
yes, sir. They started on August 15th, 2023. And that's when his violation started at $25 a day. He had fixed the rotten weakened wood prior to us coming to the first hearing. And then when he came back, he supposedly broke his arm, and Mr. Green was gonna bring him back. He was on the agenda to come back on the 2025, so this case has been going on for a while.
But all I'm trying to find out, and I think the attorney was also trying to find out, what's the lien status, what's the amount of
The
the
amount of
fine
liens
today?
should be
Because apparently there was a cessation of
correct. There was
accumulation
a
of the
60-day,
fine.
supposed to be a 60-day pause, if I remember correctly.
Well, what we could do is take the total fine of 12,475 up through today and then subtract out 60 days. That's gonna be easier than nailing down.
Is that how you came with that number?
No, it was already in the.
Okay, do you know how that number was derived at? Otherwise, we're gonna go with what the attorney said. You see the importance of this. Okay, so I'm fine with what Ms. West recommended, in a sense that the fines as of today are $12,475, but fines will continue to accrue at the rate of $25 per day until satisfaction or compliance. Right, clear? Okay. It's just important to know if somebody stops something, I mean, there's a calculation there that needs to be made and put in the record. Okay. We did the next case. Hold on, former South 14. So the next one I'm looking at. One South 14. That's the difference. Got it. Next case is going to be case number 2024-161, property located at 401 South 14th Street. Owner of record, Mary Golden Andrews and Kenneth Andrews. Are either Mary Golden Andrews or Kenneth Andrews or anyone representing either of them present today? All right, seeing and hearing no one, whose case is this, please?
It's mine, Your Honor.
Mr. Bartelli, please proceed.
Second hearing.
Okay, they're seeking a lien.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me do some due process while I'm at it. I might be a good time to do that. The official address of record is the property address at 401 South 14th Street,
Yes,
Palatka,
sir.
Florida. Is anyone residing in that property, do you
Yes,
know?
there is.
Is it one of the Andrews?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you've been in touch with them about this?
Sort of, kinda. Yes, sir.
What is, that's a very good legal term, sorta, kinda. Could
I
you
had,
flesh that out for me?
interactions, more or less. I drove by there last week one day and he is in a frantic and said I needed to stop coming by his house. And I was there to say, hey, you have a court Tuesday. He's like, y'all need to quit harassing me, stop coming by my house, stop taking pictures, stop sending letters, or else. And I was like, okay. That was the last.
So you have not been getting any cooperation
No,
from
sir.
your visits, but you have at least talked with them to the extent, they tell you what they feel.
Yes.
They didn't give you any hint as to whether they were planning any compliance with any of this.
No, sir.
Did they attend the first hearing?
No, sir.
Did you get a certified letter back on the notice?
No, sir.
Okay, and,
No letter, no green card, nothing.
okay, and you posted the property in accordance with state statute?
Yes, sir.
And you have your affidavit of service included in the record?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you said this is a matter of second impression, seeking a lien. The original violations were of 30-169 of the code, deteriorating paint. I presume more than at least 10%
Yes, sir.
on elevations facing a public street.
Yes, sir.
Is there any other public street other than South 14th Street?
It's 14th Street and it's Crossroad. I'm not. I think it is Car.
Is it on, it's on a corner.
Yes, sir. 14 Car, I believe it is.
Is that the real steep road that runs down between 15th and 13th?
No, it's the one after.
Different one?
Yeah, the other side, next road down.
Okay. All right, and the 30-32A, 30-32A1, trash and debris, we're talking about man-made items on the property, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And 30-32A12, blocking a sidewalk and pathway.
Yes, sir.
All right. And do you have some photographs to show me concerning the
Yes, sir.
violations? And did you take these photographs?
I've taken all but one of them in this batch right here, sir.
Who took the other one?
Mr. David Green.
And as to the photographs you took, do the photographs accurately represent the condition of the property and date in which you took them?
Yes, sir.
When you get to Mr. Green, I'm going to inquire concerning whether that photograph accurately represents your view of the property at any time.
I've taken one pretty much of the same angle in the same picture.
Okay,
This first one,
can we, hold on, can we turn at around 90 degrees? My sense of vertigo is acute. You have no idea as I get older how I appreciate that distant view of the proceedings. Yeah. All right, why don't we do this?
that-
Is it lost to posterity? We can do it the analog way if you cannot find it.
I have it. It's just tough coming over with just that one picture being changed.
Well,
Yeah, but there's others that are gonna be better.
yeah, there you go. That's same one, B1?
Yes, sir.
We're in business. Mr. Bertelli?
Yes, sir. One Bravo. It's taken on March 25th of 2025. From the corner of South 15th Street. Violation is deteriorating paint, as you see on the arrows pointing
So this is at the corner of South Fourth and
14th Street and
14th?
Car.
what's the other street?
I say Car.
And issue of more than 10%
Yes, sir.
with what? An inconsistent color? What is it?
Paint, yes, sir. There's more on the other end of the building also.
And the city wanted just to have it painted a consistent color.
Yes, sir.
Right, next. And you took that photograph?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. This is to Bravo. This picture was taken on September 3rd this month. As you can see, the deteriorating paint is getting worse, almost looking like a sort of kind of mold growing on it. So
That's the
nothing-
same elevation as Bravo 1,
Yes, sir.
so no improvement.
No improvement, no, sir.
Okay.
Next picture is 3 Bravo. That picture was taken by Mr. David Green, November 6th of 24.
And that's the 14th Street elevation?
Yes, sir, that's from 14th Street. Deteriorating paint on the side of the house there. And the next picture,
And that was more than 10% of the
Yes,
scene
sir.
from
full
South
Bravo. This was taken by myself on September the 5th of this year. As you can see, that has not changed. It's maybe gotten a little worse over there on the side with the paint deteriorating.
Okay.
No improvements. Next picture was taken by myself April 25th. Debris blocking sidewalk, basically a
Wait,
old
the
telephone
what's
pole.
blocking the sidewalk is the vehicle?
No, that's an old telephone pole. It's cut in half. It's been laying there.
So basically they've got,
And yes, the vehicle is blocking it also.
all right. The trash can doesn't count, I presume,
Correct, no, sir.
but the car is blocking the sidewalk.
Yes.
Okay.
It's quite frequently.
All right.
Next picture is a closer picture of taken September the 5th of the sidewalk, basically where that same telephone pole is laying and there's other debris. Now there's a washer dryer in the yard. I believe he does like mechanical work at his house. That little container sitting there is an old, it looks like has a black dark substance in it. Not sure what it is. It's,
Okay,
but it's, next picture is 7 Bravo was taken on April 25th, blocking this, the view from the sidewalk. That also the truck and there's other debris parked on the along the side. You'll see in the next picture. And this is the debris blocking the sidewalk. It's just like a bunch of metal pieces or.
and the trailer is on the right of way or the?
Yes, sir, it is.
So what about the debris in the yard? Just the man-made items? 30-32A12, I'm 30-32A1, trash and debris.
Would be the pole, the telephone pole laying on the
So you're talking
sidewalk.
about on the sidewalk?
Yes, sir.
That's all you're worried about?
Yes, sir.
What's
I mean-
on the sidewalk, the vehicle blocking the sidewalk, the
And-
paint on the 2 elevations.
Yes, sir.
That was all they had to do.
And all this blocking the sidewalk on this end.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And they show no inclination to
No, sir.
make any of these improvements.
No, Your Honor.
And they're aware that this is costing them $25 a day in fines?
The property has been
Well, actually
posted.
$75 per day.
Yeah, the property has been posted with that on there. I have no contact with the individual.
All right, last call for Mary Golden Andrews or Kenneth Andrews or anyone representing either of them. Seeing and hearing no one and finding that due process has been satisfied by the submission of certified letters to the official address of record and by the posting of the property in the absence of getting a response to the certified letters. And finding that the posting is in compliance with state statute. Finding also there is substantial and competent evidence to find continuing violation of section 30-169 of the code due to deteriorating paint on the elevations facing South 14th Street and Carr Street, and that more than 10% of the visible elevations have deteriorating paint. That there's a violation of section 30-32A1, trash and debris on the sidewalk.
Yes, sir.
And then -30-32A12, blocking a sidewalk and pathway, again with man-made objects, which occasionally include a vehicle.
Yes.
Right. As of today's date, the fines were set at $75 per day, $25 per day per violation. As of today's date, total fines have totaled $6,525. we find it appropriate to issue an order authorizing the city to place a lien on the property. As of today's date, those fines do total $65.25. Fines shall continue to accrue at $25 per day per violation until satisfaction or compliance.
Thank you.
Okay. Final case. Is that the end of it? No, we've already had that one. This the special one? The 1031 River Street?
Yes, sir, that's mine.
This added to the agenda, a late breaking news, and just kidding. And this is owner John's F. Simmons Senior, correct?
That's correct, sir.
Property 1031 River Street, Palatka. Okay.
Yes, sir, we're here today.
24030. Okay, hang on one second. Is John's F. Simmons, is it first case hearing, or where are we? in
This is
procedure?
second hearing, sir.
Seeking a lien?
Mhm.
All right. Is John's F. Simmons Senior or anyone representing John's F. Simmons Senior present today? Had in contact with him or anybody representing him, Ms. Lowe?
So, Mr. John Senior Simmons, he did pass away. I've been working with his son since after the original first hearing, and I did speak to his son a few times, but he wasn't going to show today.
And you have the name and address of the son?
Yes, sir, it's the same address as,
Okay, and he's the junior,
yes, sir, he's the junior.
but he didn't indicate any interest?
He's basically, appears to be vacating the house and letting it go back.
All right, you did attempt to provide service by certified mail, is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
And you did not get a response from,
On my first hearing, I did. My second hearing, no.
and then you did post the property in accordance with state statute?
I did post the property. The son did get the posting.
And your affidavit is included in the record?
That's correct, sir.
Okay, the original violations were of 30-32A, prohibited conditions and public nuisances, piles of, I guess, man-made objects all over the property, is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
And then 30-32A11, failure to repair, remove broken fencing, screening, or decorative elements. The fencing was in disrepair. And 94-193, parking, storage of unlicensed vehicles or trailers of any type without current license plates should not be parked or stored other than completely enclosed buildings on any residentially zoned property. The allegation being vehicles, RVs, boats, and trailers parked on the property roadway without registrations and visible from the right of way, correct?
That's correct, sir.
And none of these violations have been addressed?
So about 5 boats have been removed and 2 RVs and 2 vehicles have been removed, but everything else is still present on the property.
Okay. All right, you have some photos to show me?
Yes, sir.
And did you personally take these photographs?
Yes, sir, I did.
Do the photographs accurately represent the condition of the property on the date in which you took them?
Yes, sir, they do.
Okay, first photograph is of the service
Yes, sir.
posting. Okay. And all the documents you've included are copies, true and correct copies of the official documents of City of Palatka file.
That's correct, sir.
1B.
Yes, sir. This is going to be 1B taken at the first hearing, August 19th, 2024. You can see the man-made materials, the debris, boats in the yard, vehicles.
Okay.
And then the next picture, this was taken September 15th, the other day. It's going to be 1C. You can see one of the boats have been removed, one of the vehicles have been removed, but this is all the matter that is still left, unsightly and unsanitary matter that is still on their property.
Okay, so we still have at least one boat?
At
Was it
least,
boats, was it boats, RVs, trailers, all the
yes, sir.
above?
But this is the only boat left in this particular picture, but you're
Okay,
correct.
Okay, so we got one boat left.
Yes, sir.
And then the man-made items that I see on the property.
Yes, sir.
So is this like a driveway off of River Street that I'm looking at?
So right when you go to the corner on River Street before you hit, this is at South 10th and River. It's the corner house. It's right before the railroad track. So you can visibly see it from 2 roadways, and actually you can see it from Short Street also.
Yep.
This is a 3-sided visual home. The next photograph is going to be 2B. This was originally taken on August 19th, 2024. You can see the RVs, the boat trailers, they were all just kind of stacked up there.
So let's see, one RV, one boat trailer.
Yes, sir. There was actually 2 RVs, one behind the other one, and there was actually 3 boat trailers in this picture.
And none were registered,
None were registered.
no valid tags and registration.
No, sir.
Okay.
So the next photograph that was taken September 15th, the yard is severely overgrown now, but you can still see, it's hard to see where the one arrow is pointing. There's still one boat trailer in the grass, and then the RV camper is still there. And you can't see the flat tires on it, this view.
Okay.
So this was back in August
When you
9th.
took the photograph, you could see the flat tires?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
When I'm standing there. So this was taken August 19th, 2024. The fence was falling apart. And then the picture from September 15th, the grass has grown back up into the fence and it is still not fixed.
What, you need to fix that? front,
Replace and repair the frontage
Make
of
it
the
consistent with
fence.
the rest of the fence?
Yes, sir.
Anything else?
No, sir, that's all the evidence I have.
We've got man-made items on the property, fencing, disrepair, at least one RV, and one boat remaining.
That's correct, sir.
Is trailer,
So there's one trailer you can still see, boat trailer. It's kind of bent up, the RV, and then the huge boat in the back, and then all the man-made matter and objects.
basically 3 vehicles, man-made items, and then the fencing and disrepair.
That's correct, sir. And the city's seeking an official lien at this time. And the
Okay.
current fines are $22,425
And they were accruing at the rate of $25 per day per violation.
per violation. Yes, sir.
Which is a reasonable amount. All right, last call for Johns F. Simmons Senior, Johns F. Simmons Junior, anyone representing any of them or their estates. Seeing and hearing no one and finding due process have been satisfied by the submission of certified letters to the official address of record. In the absence of a response to those letters, posting of the property in accordance with state statute with an affidavit of service included in the record. Will find substantial and competent evidence exists to find continued violations of section 30-32A3, prohibited conditions and public nuisances. And there's considerable amount of man-made objects strewn about the property and visible from the public rights of way. At section 30-32A11, failure to repair regarding fencing and disrepair, and that the fencing along the front of the property is in disrepair and needs to be brought into compliance by making it consistent with the fencing on the rest of the property.
That's correct, sir.
And section -94-193, parking of unlicensed vehicles. There remains on the property one RV, one vehicle, and one boat absent current registrations.
That's correct, sir.
All right, based on those findings, we find it appropriate to enter an order allowing the city to place an official lien on the property at 1031 River Street, Palatka. Total fines as of today's date equal $22,425. Fines shall continue to accrue at the rate of $25 per day per violation until satisfaction of compliance.
Thank you, sir.
There being no further items on the agenda, we shall conclude today's proceedings at